Hi everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year, folks. And here I am again. New Year, new thoughts, new experiences, and new analysis. So, first of all, let's go to the New Year's test, which is going to happen at the Sydney Cricket Ground (SCG) tomorrow in Australia between Australia and Pakistan. As you all know, Australia have already taken an unassailable lead in the series. They have won the series 2-0. But there's still a lot to play for as a host and as well as Pakistan are concerned. The reason being the World Test Championship cycle, as we all know. Each match has its own significance, each match has its own percentage as well as points being calculated, which makes it really more important for every test you play has a very good significance. Now, before we go to the New Year's test, which is the first test match of 2024, let us just rewind a bit to 2023 about the Boxing Day test which happened at the MCG. That was another proper MCG Boxing Day test match. It had pace, it had batters showing their class, and it had the weather gods as well around a bit. So that was an all-in-all test. Australia, as usual in their own home ground, were dominant throughout the game. But I did feel there were patches where Pakistan showed to be a bit more powerful than Australia. For example, I would like to go right to day one, over number 3, where Abdullah Shafiq dropped catch of David Warner in the first innings. If not for that, I'm sure that Australia would have ended up with a lesser first innings total, which also would have probably made Pakistan get more closer to the deficit, or even for that matter, get maybe a 10 runs, 15 runs lead. So that was one point which I felt could have been a turning point later on in the game as it went on, because as we all know, once David Warner gets set, how dangerous he is. And I think the next part would be in the second innings where Mitchell Marsh was again dropped by Abdullah Shafiq when Australia were making a target. Pakistan had got Australia 18 for 4 in a Boxing Day test, 18 for 4 at the MCG in front of a packed crowd. Nothing like that. Pakistan were roller coasting towards probably making the series 1-all before getting into the New Year's test. But unfortunately, not to be. Mitchell Marsh was dropped and he made them pay heavily for that. He scored 96 until he finally got out by Salman Ali Agha, who took a blinder of a catch in the slip cordon to dismiss him. But unfortunately, by then it was too late. I felt it was too late at that point, but there did come a twist eventually, because when Pakistan batted, they lost wickets. They lost Abdullah Shafiq, they lost Imam Ali, but then we saw a defiance, a resolute innings from Babar Azam of 40 odd, where he showed that he is determined. He was really in the zone to take this game deep. He wanted to do something, make Pakistan win the last test match. The Boxing Day test is a very famous test as well, as you all know. He wanted Pakistan to win that, but unfortunately he got a peach of a delivery and he got out. But I thought that it was the end for Pakistan, because we have seen them collapsing from various odd situations in the future. But what came after that was something which I didn't expect, and I think no one around the globe also would have expected that. We saw astonishing innings and a very determined innings from Salman Ali Agha as well as Mohammad Rizwan. And I always felt Mohammad Rizwan was clearly a better choice over Sarfaraz due to various reasons. Like, if you go to see the first year, Sarfaraz did really get scared of Mitchell Starc, who was bowling. He had his better number clearly anytime he came on to bowl. And Rizwan, all in all, is a very more dynamic player, very calculated, mathematical player, if you ask him personally. So it was a really good choice. And the partnership which was done between Salman Ali Agha and Mohammad Rizwan thought that maybe we are in for a miracle. Maybe we are in for a Gaba like how India did there. Maybe we are in for an MCG Classic where Pakistan level it and go 1-all heading into the New Year test at the SCG. But unfortunately, Rizwan's dismissal, which was very controversial according to me, it hit his sweatband and not the glove, if you guys remember. But unfortunately, at that point of time, the sweatband and the glove was interconnected. It was together, and umpire gave the favor in favor of the bowler. That was unfortunate, and Pakistan unfortunately just collapsed from there. That they were not able to recover from that blow which they faced of Mohammad Rizwan's dismissal, and the wheels came off. And Pat Cummins, as he already had a fantastic year of 2023, winning the World Test Championship, the ODI World Cup, the Ashes, just caps it off with another Boxing Day victory to hand Australia a 2-0 advantage heading into the SCG test. Now going into the most important part, the match analysis of what I feel is going to happen in the third test in Sydney. As we all know, the weather in Sydney is always a bit dicey. I'm expecting it to be mostly of a cloudy and overcast conditions, which means that we're going to expect a lot of seam and swing happening, which is going to be entertaining. It's really going to be entertaining as we have two class pace bowling lineups. We have seen Pakistan have Amar Jamal, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Hamza Mir, a lot of bowlers, and of course Australia. You don't need to talk about. They have Stark, Cummins, Hazelwood. So going to be another classic pace bowling display. So it's going to be an intriguing match. I think it's going to be about how the batters defend and understand the pressure in each session by session. Take it session by session instead of thinking of a long time format, because it's not going to be easy. Especially tomorrow morning session at the SCT under overcast conditions. Win the toss. I would look to bowl first, because you can extract something from the pitch. You can extract the moisture, and you can take advantage of the overhead conditions which you have. So that is one part I think is going to be a deciding factor. And of course, it's the last test for David Warner, an emotional farewell for Mr. Davey, who has been such a great servant to Australian cricket. The way he has performed across formats is just remarkable. Hats off to him. And I think this match is going to end in Australia's favour. Though personally, as a subcontinent fan, I would want Pakistan to take a win back, as they've never won in Pakistan since a long time, I think. So a win to just get their percentage of the World Test Championship up, as well as boost their morale when they head back home, will be something which I would really want them to do. But seeing the Australian form in this such condition and the way they're playing cricket is unbelievable. They just know how to win from any situation, and the best example was how they won by 75 or 78 runs in the last test, where it was looking like easy cruise control for Pakistan. So looking at that, I think I'm going to say an Australia victory at the New Year's test, and hoping for a good game of cricket, to be honest. It's the first test match of the year. There's always excitement at the beginning of every year, how this is going to pan out, how's the year going to pan out for cricket in general. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll be up nice and early, 5 a.m. Indian Standard Time, to watch the test match. We'll be up as well. And tune in, guys, tomorrow for the New Year's test at the SCT, 5 a.m. And I'll be back to you regarding the match, match analysis about what happened throughout the course of the game. And I'll get back to you shortly. Take care, guys. Happy New Year once again. And enjoy the cricket season, which is just getting started. Thank you.